Hey, what's up, guys? I was just about to load a bowl in my Ruby Twist and realized I've had this thing for about a year now, so I wanted to share my thoughts on it now that some time has passed. Before I bought this, I was a little bit nervous for a couple of reasons. One is that I had tried a dry herb vape before, the Arizer Solo 2. The Solo 2 didn't really do much for me. It was a slow, soft-hitting session vape that just never really got me where I wanted to go unless I took a tolerance break first. That experience kept me away from the Ruby Twist for way too long before I realized I was totally wrong and this thing hits hard, but more on that later. The second thing I was worried about was setup and maintenance. Maybe some of you guys can relate, but ball vapes intimidated me a lot when I first looked into them. I thought they'd be complicated to figure out and maybe even require some upkeep, like cleaning the Rubies or changing a coil the way you would on a nicotine vape or something. But once again, I was wrong, and that's why I made another video showing the unboxing and setup of this device. It's so much easier than I expected. So, now that I've been using this thing just about daily for the past year, here are the biggest pros and cons that I've noticed. To start with the pros, my lungs feel healthier. This is the biggest reason I bought this vape, and probably what I like the most about it. Daily smoking felt like it was starting to put some stress on my body. Sometimes I'd have coughing fits, or pains in my lungs, or a little bit too much phlegm in the morning. But all those things went away pretty much entirely in the first few weeks of using this. It's been years since I could breathe this deep and clear, and I didn't even fully notice just how much the smoking was impacting me like that. I spent $180 on the Ruby Twist, and it feels like I'm saving myself much more than that in future medical bills alone. And saving money brings me to my next point, the efficiency. I only have to put about 0.1 to 0.15 grams of flour in this Ruby Twist, in the titanium bowl at least, and it lasts longer and gets me higher than 0.4 grams of the same flour in my regular pipe. I'm no scientist, I don't know how it works exactly, but this thing really seems to give you every single cannabinoid that must just get wasted in the combustion with regular smoking. Number 3 is stronger highs. As I mentioned in the last one, this genuinely gets me feeling higher than combustion does. It really makes the flower feel more like a dab experience, and I love it. A tiny bowl of this tickles my brain more than a gram blunt would. Then there's the flavor. You really get to experience all the terpenes in your flower. I hear a lot of people say that all weed tastes the same, which just isn't true if you have a vape. If I smoke again, it all just tastes like smoke. But with this Ruby Twist, I could do a blind taste test and tell you exactly which strain I was hitting. Another couple of pros are the fast heat up. It only takes about a minute to get this thing up to temp, and you can use any bong you want. You don't need to buy extra glass just to use this thing. I bought the cell bong that you see here because I like how I can just let the vape sit right on top of it, whereas I would need to hold it onto my other bongs due to their angled down stems. One more pro is that there's no real upkeep or maintenance on the device itself, only on the glass you use it with. On to a couple of cons. The first one is that I need to clean the glass that I use with it pretty constantly when I'm hitting it daily. It gets a fair amount of gunk built up inside of it after about 10 bowls, I would say, which really impacts the flavor. Luckily, it's super easy to shake a little isopropyl alcohol and salt around and just get it spotless again. It takes almost no time, but I do have to do it like every 2 days or so. Another one is that when vaping several times a day, I seem to get more cotton mouth. I don't know why it's worse than with smoking, but I definitely need to drink more water when vaping, especially between and during sessions. And the last con that I would mention is the heating element. It's pretty exposed. So when it's on, you need to be careful to not let anything touch it. It stays hot for maybe 10 minutes after you turn it off. It's not a big deal to me, I'm pretty careful with it, but I do see some people worry about that aspect, especially if they have pets that could run into the cord and knock it right off the table. Overall, this was my first time ever trying a ball vape, and it instantly became my daily driver, despite these few little flaws. I haven't had any desire to try any other vapes. This one is all I have, and it still does the job perfectly 1 year later. Shout out to VgoodiEZ.com for having the most affordable price on this that I could find, and being very responsive to my nervous questions before I bought it. Their customer service was great. Use code BUDDY10 on the Ruby Twist to get it for just $180 with the free shipping. I hope this video helps someone decide to pick one up because it's been a real game changer for me. Thanks for watching and take care.